Grandma said, "Tess, are you hungry?" "No," I said. Grandma said, "Tess, are you busy?" "No," I said. "Well then," Grandma said, "let's put on our boots and our sweaters. I'm going to show you my garden." We must take a small knife. We must take a small bucket for you and my favorite old birch bark basket that my Aunt Lucy left me. I'll carry a paper bag just in case. I had been visiting Grandma since I was born, 5 years ago, but I had never explored her garden. And look around the cabin. Do you think her garden is right around there, or where is it? We walked slowly along the trail behind Grandma's house. Grandma was looking down the banks, then up at the hills. I asked her if she was lost, or if she really even had a garden. Grandma pinched her lips and just ignored me. It'd be interesting to see where their garden is. We walked along for a while. Then she said, "Come on, Tess. We will go down the trail along the creek. You're just about old enough to learn the rules of the garden." Not everything in the garden is ready for picking just yet. Each little gift comes at its own special time. If everything came at the same time, we wouldn't be able to collect it all. And as you look across this picture, what do you notice? Is it the seasons changing? Winter and spring and summer and fall? What does that tell us about the garden and when things are ready? I was taught by my mother, your great-grandmother, about the plants. You must learn the rules too. Tess, the number one rule is that you must always take good care of our garden. As we walked, Grandma talked. I was taught that if you take more plants than you need, they will never grow back. But if you don't pick any and just leave them sitting year after year, they will slowly wither away and die. To pick just enough is the secret. While you're picking, say a little prayer thanking Mother Earth for these beautiful gifts. Be careful, Tess, that you don't trample the bushes, especially the berry bushes. Once they are trampled and broken, they don't grow again. And it looks like maybe the garden goes up along all the hills toward the mountains. Tess, you must always take care of our garden. Never throw rubbish around. If you are careful and thankful, my granddaughter, our garden will take care of you. There is plenty for everyone to share if we don't destroy the soil. I'm old now, but it has always cared for me. It has always cared for your mother, and if you take care of it, I know this garden will also care for your children. And you see them picking up trash and litter. Now, Grandma said, we will pick some lamb's quarters for supper and a few to freeze for winter. Just pinch them off above the ground and put them in your bucket. The cranberries and rosehips are not ready. They are waiting their turn after the raspberries and blueberries. Look over there, Tess. The dandelion shoots are ready. This is going to be a good year for the plants. You can tell by all the buds. Soon the mushrooms will be popping up in the fields just beyond the trees. On this side of the hill, the blueberries will nourish you for weeks as long as you take care of the garden. Grandmother and I picked and picked. The sun shone down on us in the garden. I could hear Grandmother talking a little to herself, a little to me, and a little to Mother Earth. Grandma, you sure have a big garden, and now I know where your garden is. Grandma just pinched her lips and kept on picking. I whispered, "Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you for sharing. And mostly, Great Spirit, thank you for such a wise grandma."